Hi guys! So we're back today with lesson 3 in chapter 5. So we're still in our division chapter. We've just moved on to a new lesson. So if you don't have your workbook with you, I want you to pause the video, go grab it, and if you do have your workbook, I want you to go ahead and turn to page 257 and follow along as we introduce our new lesson. Okay, so we're going to start off. This lesson is titled Relating Division and Subtraction. So that's going to be our main focus today. But before we get into that, I just kind of want to review what we've covered so far. So let's look at example number 1. A designer makes 15 dresses in equal numbers of red, blue, and yellow. How many dresses of each color are there? Write a division sentence with a symbol for the unknown and then solve. So they kind of did that first part for you. Here's the division sentence. 15, because there's 15 dresses, divided by 3, because there's 3 colors, equals what? That's our unknown. We don't know. So let's equal share among the dresses until we get an answer. So remember, we're going to equal share 15. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got to keep going. I'm not to 15. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Notice that I'm keeping it equal. I'm distributing to each one so that one dress doesn't get more. 13, 14, 15. So how many dresses of each color are there? Right, there's 5. Okay, so there are 5 dresses of each color. The unknown, what we were trying to figure out, is 5. Okay, and then if we write the whole division sentence, it would say 15 dresses divided by 3 colors equals 5 dresses of each color. So that's kind of how we've been working on it so far, okay? But today, we're going to start talking about division and subtraction. If you think back to our multiplication chapter, we know that multiplication is repeated addition. Okay, we wrote lots of problems to practice that. Well, division is just repeated subtraction. Okay, so today we're going to look at 2 different ways to do repeated subtraction for division. Okay, so scroll down to the bottom of your page. Actually, I scrolled. You just look. And it says another way. Use a number line. So this is the first way that we can use repeated repeated subtraction to figure out division. Okay? You can also divide by using repeated subtraction. Subtract equal groups repeatedly until you get to 0. So if you want to use a number line to do repeated subtraction, the first thing that you have to do is draw a number line with your biggest number. So our biggest number is 15. That means we would need to draw a number line that goes to 15. And look, they already did it for us, okay? So to divide by 3, that just means we're going to keep subtracting 3 until we get to 0. So watch how I do that. I start at 15, okay? Sometimes I like to put a dot there so I know. And then I count back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's my first hop. But I'm not to 0 yet, am I? So I need to keep subtracting 3. 1, 2, 3. There's my second hop. 1, 2, 3. Another hop. 1, 2, 3. Another hop. 1, 2, 3. Now, I went from 15 to 0, and I did that by subtracting 3 each time. To figure out my answer, I count how many hops did I make. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I subtracted 3 5 times before I got to 0. Okay, so that means 5 is my answer. You subtracted groups of 3 5 times, so 15 divided by 3 equals 5, okay? Now, I know sometimes that the number line example can be a little confusing at first. So we're going to practice those, and don't worry, we'll get good at it. But before we get into practicing that a little more, I want to show you the second way that you can use repeated subtraction. All right, go ahead and turn your page. Okay, and we're going to look at example 2. Example 2 says, use repeated subtraction to find 10 divided by 2. Write a division sentence. Okay, so if I were going to do this using the number line, my first step is to make a number line that goes to what? My biggest number. I need a number line that goes to 10. There it is, okay? Then I'm going to subtract how many? 2. And I'm going to keep subtracting 2 until I get to 0. So I start at 10. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now, I just count how many bumps did I make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Voila. Okay, so how many times did we subtract? 5. So that means 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Okay, now let's look at the second way. The second way is really repeated subtraction. We're just going to keep on writing subtraction problems until we get to 0. So I start with my biggest number, which is 10, and then I subtract 2. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. Then I'm going to write another subtraction problem, and I pull my 8 up here. 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay? Then I pull my 6 up. I write another subtraction problem. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay? Pull my 4 up. 4 minus 2 is 2. Pull my 2 up. 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay? Then to figure out your answers, you just go back and see how many subtraction problems did you write? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means our answer is 5. Okay? How many groups did you subtract before you got to 0? 5. Okay? So when we're kind of done with this, you're going to know 3 different ways to figure out division problems. Drawing a model, which is like what we did with the dresses and making the tally marks. You're going to know how to use a number line and how to do repeated subtraction. Okay? So I know, like I said, that can be a little bit confusing. Let's practice a couple of those before you start your workbook pages. Okay, what if I have the division problem 9 divided by 3? All right, let's do our number line method first. What do? I need to make a number line that goes all the way to 9. Now, your number lines do not need to be perfect, okay? It's just to help you figure out the answer. So don't get too caught up on like having perfect spacing or things like that. We just want a number line. Okay, you're always going to start with 0 because we got to go to 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I just counted and made a slash for each one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now I have a number line that goes to 9. If you want to write your numbers underneath, absolutely, whatever it takes to make the most sense to you. How many times am I going to subtract? Or, I'm sorry, how many am I subtracting by? By 3. All right, so here we go. We're going to start at 9. I'm going to go back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I made it to 0. How many bumps did I make? I made 3 bumps. So what's my answer to 9 divided by 3? Right, it equals 3. Good, so that was our number line method. Now, let's use repeated subtraction. Okay, I start with my big number. How many do I subtract? 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay, then I'm going to pull my 6 up to make another subtraction problem. 6 minus 3 equals 3. I'll pull my 3 up to make another problem. 3 minus 3 equals 0. So how many subtraction problems did I make? 1, 2, 3. My answer is still 3, no matter which way I do it. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, this time I'm going to give you the problem and I want you to try the number line method first. So after I write the problem up here, you're going to pause the video, try the number line method, and then hit play and we'll go over it and see if you got it right. All right, give 12 divided by 2 a try. Hit play once you've solved it. All right, I hope that wasn't too difficult. So let's go over the number line method. What was your first step? What's the first thing that you did? Yeah, you drew a number line and you went to 12. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, then what did you do? Yeah, you started at 12 and subtracted by 2. So I start here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, I made it to 0. Now what? How do I figure out my answer? Let's count. How many bumps did you make? 6. So the answer to 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay, now what I want you to do is try to do the repeated subtraction method, okay? I'll even get you started.